And then our videos started hitting hundreds of thousands of views, and we're like, holy shit. So we just started pumping school videos, pumping them, and we had a school video hit 2 million, another school video hit 1 million.
Views on our page, like on our own Instagram
And this is
page.
when we were only at 20 to 30,000 followers. This was 2.5 years ago.
HighKey Clout Podcast.
It's all about the cloud.
Welcome to HighKey Clout Podcast. We are your hosts. I'm Jordan Lintz.
I'm Luke Lintz.
This is episode 0. Okay, we have no guests. This is just us hashing out our past, everything we've done to get to this point, and the guests we're going to have on the podcast.
So in this podcast, we're going to be explaining what HighKey Clout Podcast is all about, the definition of clout.
Let's define clout right now.
Yeah, honestly, let's start it off by defining clout.
So clout, when you look it up on Google, it's defined as influence or power, especially in politics or business. So it's not even talking about influencers on social media. It's like going right into politics or business. I mean, we're big business people, but I think the key words is influence or power. Influence being social media followers, power being money.
Yeah, so some other things that we're going to go into in this podcast is who this podcast is not for. We're going to try and dissect that.
Pretty much, if you're not interested in social media, don't watch the podcast because we're just talking about social media here. It's all about that social media clout.
We're also going to talk about some background of Jordan Lintz and myself, some previous companies that we started in the past. How we've come to like start up this podcast and kind of like why we're doing it all. So yeah, let's just jump right in.
Okay, so HighKey Clout Podcast, we're gonna be interviewing anyone with any clout. That's not a low level of clout. They gotta be more clouty than us to be a guest on the show.
Oh, that honestly, that should be the baseline.
Yes.
They gotta have more clout than us.
So we got 285,000 followers on our e-commerce company at HighKey Co.
I was talking to our Facebook manager. I was like, "Yo, how can we get verified on Instagram?" Yesterday, I was talking to him, and then he's like, "Oh, it's a difficult process." He was explaining to me all the stuff that he was doing, and then I'm like, "Sir, we have 285,000 on Instagram." He's like, "Oh, that's something to work with."
Okay, well, we're working on that right now. I have a guy in the DMs who's working on getting us verified right now.
Hopefully, we're verified by the time this podcast goes
drops.
out.
Yeah, for sure. So we got 285,000 on our e-commerce company at HighKey Co. Zoom in on that right there. We got, let's see, HighKey Clout is over 65,000 followers, HighKey Clout Podcast. But HighKey Clout isn't just the podcast, guys. It's also big time cash and prize giveaways. Big time cash and prize giveaways. All you have to do is follow everyone we're following, and you're entered for every giveaway we're running.
Those are massive giveaways.
Crazy
we're partnering
thing.
up with the biggest influencers across Instagram, and we're going to be going into other social media platforms. That's where we're partnering up with those and like big meme pages as well. Just like we're trying to give back to the community, just giving out a ton of cash.
Definitely.
Honestly, we should have our cash right here.
And our third and primary revenue gainer right now, would you say?
Yeah.
HighKey Agency, just under 20,000 followers. And that's just going. We got clients such as Stefan. He'll be a guest later on in the podcast series. Stefan verified, almost 150,000 followers. So we're wheeling and dealing some clout right here. Wheeling and dealing some clout. You know, I got a total, like with all of our clients added up, we got probably like 1 million total followers, eh?
Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
Only 2 verified.
You and me have like
though.
60K, a little over 60K and stuff. How much you got?
Yeah, over 60K.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right. I think it's that time. I think it's time to be interviewed on our own podcast.
Yeah.
All right. So we're bringing on our main employee, Trenton Huss, full-time employee here at HighKey Agency. This is HighKey Clout Podcast. He's also participating in the production of this. Trenton Huss, come on. You're going to be interviewing us on our very first podcast. Episode 0. Good to have you on, buddy.
Thanks, man. How are you doing? How you guys doing?
We're doing good.
Man, I'm doing fantastic. Honestly, like just starting up this podcast.
I like this concept. The very first podcast, episode 0, we be interviewed.
Yeah,
on our own podcast.
fair.
It's a little funny too.
All right, guys, we're gonna dive right into it. Where'd you guys get your start? What the fuck happened?
Okay, so man, should we go all the way back to the YouTube days?
To the YouTube days. Okay.
I think you can almost skip that because like we got so much. We've 3 years of history here.
Okay, honestly, I'll just skim over it. Okay, so basically, we were both in high school. We just wanted to get going on something. We were really big into YouTube.
No, that's not right. We weren't both in high school. You were in like grade 10 or 11, and I was in first or second year university.
Okay. Yeah, and then we were really big into watching YouTube gamers. So like people like, I actually don't want to shout out any names. This is a, but yeah, we were.
Was KSI one of them?
Yeah, KSI.
No, I don't think I really watched KSI.
W2S. Did you ever watch him? You watched the NBA people. I watched soccer people.
More NBA 2K. Yeah.
And we were watching these guys, and we were like, wait, we have the personalities for this. We could definitely like just destroy it on YouTube. So we bought some equipment for YouTube. I taught myself how to video edit, and we went on that road for 8 months and got absolutely jack shit. We got like
long story short, we gained really nothing from it clout wise, but I mean, you learned video editing skills. We learned a camera presence skills, and that just translated to starting HighKey Technology Incorporated, HighKey Co on Instagram.
Yeah,
and that's where we really took off. We started from 0 followers. We were just posting kind of pictures of our products. Oh my God, it's that time. Plug. Sorry for interrupting the show. It's sponsor time. This show is brought to you by the HighKey wireless earbuds. They're $99.99 with free express shipping. Crazy deal, auto pairing, waterproof. They come in red and black. Woo! Sponsor time over. This is our 3rd model, guys. So it started with our first model. We had 0 followers. We're just posting kind of like mediocre content, pictures, some videos like with the earbuds being
we're not even like personal branding ourselves. Like we're posting content that is just like meme content. Like completely.
So, honestly, it sort of just happened naturally with like going YouTube into Instagram.
Oh, it happened. That happened naturally, but in terms of like really popping on Instagram, we posted just one school video, like a school video, because we were like, okay, we want to sell to the younger demographic. What's a super relatable point? Well, they all go to school. So we're like, okay, we made a school video, and it did pretty well. Like we had like 2,000 followers at the time, and it got like 1,000 views. So we're like, okay, that's like pretty good. So we kept making school videos, and then once we got around like, we did some sponsored ads, got us like 10K, some follow, unfollow, that type of thing. Yeah. Got us like 10, 20K. And then our videos started hitting hundreds of thousands of views, and we're like, holy shit. So we just started pumping school videos, pumping them. And we had a school video hit 2 million, another school video hit 1 million.
Views on our page, like on our own Instagram
And this is
page.
when we were only at 20 to 30,000 followers. This was 2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
So we were just popping off on those school videos, and we're like, wow, this is the move. Like we got it right now. So we just kept making them, kept posting, and we had back to back 6-figure viewed videos.
I'm not sure if you guys mentioned, what was the first product that you guys released?
It was the wireless earbuds.
Yeah. So our first product was we call them the 1.0 wireless earbuds. Now they're the first version.
And honestly, we don't recommend them to anyone. We're almost completely sold out of that. It's like you definitely want to buy our 3rd model.
They're going to be sold.
A little bit extra money.
Yeah, they're going to be sold out over this Christmas time, and then they're never coming back.
Yeah.
never coming back. These 3.0s are like way too good to ever bring back the older versions.
Yeah. Like, we don't call them 3.0s anymore. We just call them our HighKey wireless earbuds because it gets commonly misunderstood with 5.0 Bluetooth technology, which they are.
They have 5.0 Bluetooth technology.
Right, so it's a little confusing calling them HighKey 3.0 wireless earbuds.
But so you guys started with that. You got in the game before AirPods ever really came around.
Yeah, AirPods. Right? The AirPods were released like that following year. Yeah. So we were like 5 months ahead of the release of AirPods.
Like when we came out with our first version of wireless earbuds, literally the only branded wireless earbuds out there was only like one other one. They were called Earin. They're gone now, but it was literally just that and us.
Those were priced ridiculous. So like we entered the market with a low price point, affordable for even kids in like high school, and we're like, okay, we'll just make these video skits, post them. We posted them on meme pages, and they got hundreds of thousands of views on meme pages. Actually, like one of our before classroom videos, was it before or after the basketball skit? Was that before or after? That was before, I think.
Could have been.
Okay, so we had one basketball skit. We can like run a little clip. It was like where I needed the wireless earbuds to dunk.
I heard you could dunk with the HighKey wireless earbuds. Is it true? Of course it's true, bro. We've been over that so many times.
There's the ball, man.
I'm telling you, it's easy. Just try for yourself. Myself.
Come on, man. Like, they don't work for everyone.
Do it yourself.
They only work for some people.
Just do it yourself. I told him it was easy. These things got...
And we posted that. This was the first influencer ad sequence we ran, where we got that ad posted on a shitload of basketball pages on Instagram, and that collected millions and millions of views, and it contributed to tens of thousands of dollars in sales over the holidays for that first year. So that was our real like taking off point before the school videos.
Yeah. So anyways, that's HighKey Technology Inc. That's our e-commerce company. That's like where we started with that. Now we're still running that. A lot of the systems are like automated. We have a lot of positions hired out now. So like
we do a ton of influencer marketing.
So you guys started a marketing agency. How long into HighKey Technology was that? How'd you get started with the marketing agency?
Yeah, so that was about 2.5 years into the e-commerce company. What happened was we just started getting hit up by some people saying that like for us to do their social media marketing, and then like we brainstormed ideas of like possibly opening up a social media agency just as like another way of getting revenue.
Yeah, another stream of income.
Yeah.
And we were thinking of doing it for real estate agents. Like we were thinking about doing this before we met Stefan. Stefan's now our partner in HighKey Agency. So we started HighKey Agency in, was it September last year?
Yeah. September 2018.
Yeah, so we started it then, but we were even thinking before we met him, we were thinking, okay, let's do it for real estate agents. Stefan is a real estate investor and coach. And real estate investors and coaches, they have way more money to spend on marketing. Like it's just facts. Like it's just facts. They want to spend it on to spend it on social too.
They also understand the value of like long-term brand, and they don't necessarily need a short-term ROI. So like they can withstand like throwing cash at just their brand to get the massive long-term return.
All right, so I've heard this story before. I'm not sure if our camera guys actually have. How'd you guys end up meeting Stefan? Because I thought it's a pretty good story, honestly.
I'll let Luke take this one.
Yeah, so Stefan, it's Stefan Arnio, if you don't know him, STEFANAARNIO. You can look him up on Instagram.
Yeah, shout out Stefan.
Yeah, shout out Stefan, man. So how we actually met him is we were at a local cafe just with our mom. At this point, we didn't start up the agency at all. We were just having our e-commerce company running, and it was doing like very well at this point. And we were out for lunch, and then the people behind us was actually Stefan and his business partner at the time. And Stefan was just like going off about not having an in-house marketing team. So like he was just being so mad about like not having an in-house marketing team, pissed at people. And then my mom actually overheard that. And when they were getting up to leave, our mom came over to him and was like, "Hey, I heard you were looking for social media marketers." And then he's like, "Always." Just so Stefan. And then he looks down at us. He's like, "Wow, you guys do social media?" And then my mom's like, "Yeah, we're great. My sons are great social media marketers." And then he looks down at Jordan. He's like, "How old are you?" Jordan, you were like
21.
Yeah.
No, wait. I think I was 2018, 20.
It was 20.
I was 20, yeah.
Jordan's like 20. He looks down at me. He's like, "How old are you?" I'm like
17.
I'm like 17. I was 17. And then he's like, "I love it." He's like, "Give me a call at this number." He writes down his number. We gave him a call, gave him a pitch, and then basically we started his social media services because he liked what we did with HighKey and our social media. Started with him, and then he's like, boys, like let's pop this off. Like let's bring this agency to a whole nother level. So
the agency literally started with him as a client. He paid us like maybe $1,000 to $2,000 a month.
Yeah.
And now the agency 1 year later.
Like literally like just over 1 year later.
We're bringing in like 50 grand plus a month.
Yeah, easy. Yeah.
So, but the thing is, we wouldn't have started the agency if it wasn't for HighKey Technology.
Yeah.
Like it was the stepping stone. It's pretty much like the stepping stone. So like whenever you hear the stories about businesses that start up and they're like 8 figures in the first year.
Yeah.
It's because of businesses established beforehand. It's the stepping stone leading to those businesses.
Exactly. Yeah. You need to have the establishments before then.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, no, that's a pretty great story.
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah.
I fucking love hearing that one every time. Like, it's like pretty much like
Dude,
the
you're a
most
part
luck,
of it.
It's like the most luck-filled thing ever.
You're a part of it, though. Oh yeah, that's
Bro,
your bio,
everything
man.
everything about life is luck filled, man.
Yeah,
That's
but
his
that-
bio.
But that one, like, specific.
Wait, your
that was
bio?
fucking
His
crazy.
bio is like luck or something. It says something about luck.
I don't know. It's some edgy shit.
What does it say?
I don't know.
What? You don't know what your bio
I
says?
don't fucking remember.
Yeah, right.
Yo, I just realized the audio is gonna be crap on this because we're
Why?
hitting the table a ton.
You're hitting
It
the
won't be
table a ton, I
terrible.
guess.
They're like meant. They're meant for that shit. So just to bring it back down. So you guys have the technology company still running. You have the marketing agency still running. You got this podcast starting up. We're doing a little bit of YouTube now. We've got a lot of high quality videos going on.
We've got HighKey Co on YouTube.
Wait, is this
Shout out-
podcast
shout out to our
incorporated?
cameraman.
What?
Is this podcast? HighKey Clout is incorporated. So is this podcast incorporated?
Yeah, I guess you could say well, the corporation.
we-
sure.
we-
Our
we-
corporation runs the podcast.
We've
Yeah,
got
yeah.
a couple more. They've got a couple more businesses under the wraps. A little bit of under construction right now. So we'll
They're
mention
just
that
starting
in
up within the
future.
last
Yeah.
2 months. Yeah.
Yeah.
HighKey Clout being one of them.
Yeah.
We
But,
will definitely mention those in the future.
Yeah, so you got those going on. So you said this podcast. Who exactly is this podcast for?
Like, what's our ideal guest?
What's their type of audience?
Yo, let's
that's
talk about
watching this?
ideal guests, and then let's talk about ideal people we want watching this podcast. Like what value it'll bring to them.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who is this podcast for? And then I'm gonna ask right after, who is this podcast not for? Because there are a lot of people that think online clout is very stupid. I thought it was very stupid when it started too. Honestly,
Those people
clout is still stupid, but it is very real. It is a tool that you can use in business, marketing,
Facts.
advertising,
Facts.
everything.
Okay.
Like, if you're just throwing clout out the window, you're just being irresponsible.
Yeah.
In the,
Like
in the
TikTok's
modern
real
day.
shit, followers real shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Crazy.
TikTok's coming up on the low. We just hit a 250K viewed video.
Yeah, that's actually gonna pop off. What I actually wanted to bring up is how clout is actually a currency. Like it's literally a currency. We were talking about this all the time. It's
We use it as a currency right now in the barter system. It can be used as a currency.
It's clout currency. And really, like, if you look at any currency, if you look at Bitcoin, fiat currency, it's all backed by the confidence of others. That's what produces the value in any currency. So, like, if you look at
And people trust followers. People trust
People
followers.
trust
like it's
followers.
just the reality. It's not a sad reality. It's the reality. If you have 100,000 followers on Instagram, it makes you look more reputable than if you have 100.
and therefore you can charge more for services.
You're more
It's
trustworthy.
a
Like
currency.
it just solidifies you as a business professional.
And that's the same thing with getting the blue check mark too, like Stefan having the blue
Pretty
check
important.
mark. It's
Yeah,
pretty crazy.
it's pretty important. Like,
that
we
leads to
definitely
a lot of opportunities.
for sure.
Yeah. Well, like, even if you don't even look at it from, you get higher in the comments, and then you also get higher in DMs. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. So let's bring this back to any of our viewers. Say they have a few hundred followers, maybe a couple thousand followers. How can they get started getting more followers? Because having a personal brand, we've already established, it's very important. It'll just help you with just a lot of opportunities. That's the first thing your employer is going to search up is probably your fucking Instagram now. It's real stuff.
Yeah.
It will genuinely help you further yourself in life.
Yeah.
So how can somebody up their content, up their following? Anybody on the average Joe level.
Okay, well, for us to answer that question, like, we're in a position right now where we can trade our dollars for followers from influencers. So, but we were put in that position based on the climb. Climb it took to get there.
So like this is basically, you have to think of it. Clout is a currency, and when you're trying to improve that, it's basically an investment.
Yeah.
So you're investing in your clout, and when you invest in something, it's two things. You're either investing your time or your money. So when you don't have any money, then you have to invest your time in it.
Making content.
And then if you don't have any time, then you have to invest your money in it.
Right.
So you just asked the question, how does somebody get started with nothing? That means that they have to invest their time because they probably don't have
And
that
that's
much-
making content.
Yeah.
Making content, engaging.
So any niche that you're really in. So say you like working out at the gym. Say you like cooking. Say you like any of that stuff, baking. You can just go and start making videos about it. Start working on your personality online, because it is very hard and it's sometimes difficult, because I used to be a videographer. It's hard to go from the camera to being on the other side of it, but if you get used to it and you have the personality for it, that's when you can start making content.
Yeah, but I'll drop some real applied advice right now. So if Johnny is watching this right now, you're 14 years old.
Johnny.
You're 14 years old. You have like 100 followers on Instagram. How can I gain followers? How can I become Instagram famous? How can I gain clout? All that. What I recommend, create a TikTok account. Johnny, you need to create a TikTok account and start producing content. Start producing 2 to 3 videos and post them every single day. The views are going to climb. TikTok is crazy right now, and you can link your Instagram to your TikTok. Yeah. That's what you have to do. On Instagram, you can do follow, unfollow. That's how we started. That's how we got to 10K.
Can't do that anymore.
Well, like you can, but it's just...
No, you really can't. Like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
algorithms changed it. Like on
Yeah.
Instagram, you're literally harnessed to either paying money for followers to grow your channel and producing good content.
Yeah, if you got 0 money and 0 followers right now, you need to make a TikTok.
Yeah.
Straight up, that's it.
Straight up TikTok.
That's it.
All right, we don't want to give away all the marketing secrets yet, because we've still got a lot of podcasts.
We do
ahead
have
of
a
us.
lot of podcasts.
Let's talk about ideal guests, eh?
Yeah, but definitely comment below if you want to hear more about marketing tips. We're gonna keep throwing them
Nice
at you
plug,
anyways,
Trent.
so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, this is a great time
it's
to
gonna
say-
keep fucking happening anyways.
Great
so.
time to say subscribe to the podcast wherever you're listening to, or if you're
Yeah.
watching this on YouTube, subscribe. We're streaming on all platforms: Spotify, Twitter, what
Yeah.
was it? Stitcher.
Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio?
Yeah,
Nice.
literally everywhere. Any podcast platform will be on.
All right, guys, rapid fire questions to wrap up the podcast.
Cool.
Wait, we didn't talk about ideal guest though.
I know, rapid fire.
Oh, this is a part. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
rapid fire questions. All right, guys, just a couple sentence reply. Who is this podcast for?
This podcast is for anyone interested in social media,
Boom.
specifically influencers.
Yeah.
Who's it not for?
If you're not interested in social media, it's that simple. If you're on social media, you should be watching this podcast. We're gonna be dropping knowledge.
Basically, we're promoting this podcast only on social media. So if you're watching this video or if you're watching this podcast, it's for you. It's
for you.
What do you?
For you page on TikTok.
Hashtag for you.
Yeah, hashtag for you.
Why are you guys doing this podcast? What drives you?
Another outlet of content. We love talking about clout.
Develop relationships. I already have 10 plus guests on my list that I'm going to be inviting on the show. It's looking nice.
Yeah.
We have a relationship developed with all these people already, and it'll just further develop the relationship. We'll grow clout wise. Like,
Honestly, it's just a fun time.
just
so.
a good time. That'll be a good time.
How much did your Mercedes-Benz cost?
Too much.
All right, I think that'll conclude the interview for now.
Okay.
All right.
Yo, I appreciate
Wait,
it.
ideal
man.
guests though. We didn't have ideal guests.
Oh shit! Yeah.
All right.
What type of people are we gonna have on this podcast?
Okay, I think it'll be 2. There's 2 sectors. There's the general influencer that's just like doing mainstream viral content,
and
such
then
as
behind-
Logan Paul being probably at the top.
Yeah.
Right? That'd be the general influencer, probably at the top. Logan Paul, that type of influencer. And then there's the business influencers, right? Like Gary V. Like we'd love to have Gary V on. That'd be amazing.
that
Like
would be sick.
we'll have to build up to that, but
yeah.
I think everyone under those umbrellas: business influencers, general influencers. Yeah. That's it. Any influencers do you guys want to see on the podcast? Comment below, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, all platforms everywhere. HighKey Clout Podcast, we're posting weekly.
Yeah. Yo, should we do a giveaway for the podcast?
We'll probably incorporate that into our weekly giveaways. Guys, weekly giveaways
Yeah.
on HighKey Co.
Wireless earbuds. We are giving away a pair of wireless earbuds every single week on HighKey Co Instagram.
Every single week,
Yeah.
HighKeyCo.com/giveaway. Is it backslash giveaways or giveaway? Giveaway.
It's /. You always say
Okay, it
backslash,
doesn't matter.
but
Just give away.
Go into that giveaway. Weekly podcasts. We're putting out a ton of content. Let's go.
yeah. And guys, this is the HighKey Clout podcast.
Thank you for listening.
See you guys later.
See you
Later. Peace.